y'all. It's Thursday. Didn't get around to doing a op session today, so we're going to end up just working on the layout today, and I'm going to show you what I do to make trees, and so we can get some trees up here in the old forest campground area. All right. I'm going to do trees a little different this time. I'm going to use some orange paint. And then I've got these bushes here that they dry out every year at my house. I've got two of them. And then you pick them off, pick the leaves off, and then you end up with these, which also they have sell them at Hobby Lobby and other stores too. But I can get mine for free out of my yard. So, and you can break off the branches, have a single tree, or have a nice big fluffy tree if you want. What I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the top, and then I've got some foliage to put on top of it. Then I'm going to let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to take paintbrush, make sure everything's smoothed out, and then I got some cheap dollar store white rain hairspray that will spray on top of it afterwards to make sure the foliage stays on there. Then we'll plant some trees. All right, let me get the camera set up here and we'll start making some trees. Okay. Find a good spot for this. It's not going to fall over. Maybe we'll get this thing set up properly. Everything just wants to move around. Get this out of the way. And we'll get the camera situated here in a minute. There we go. All right. Get this out of the way. Got our tree. Some of them ready to go. Got some orange paint. And I've got a grass mat that I bought from Hobby Lobby, which works out real good. You can actually just peel the back off and lay it down. I bought it just to test out, and it's been real good about holding everything. Like I said, I'm going to take just a little bit of orange paint. And I don't mind getting on here because it's the fall season. I got to have fall trees. This is the first time I've used paint to try doing this, which I want to leave a little bit of the brown because I want to model the end of fall. Now I'll just take some of this. I just cut a very small opening. Most of it's going to end up on the ground foam, which is, like I said, fine. Should have made the hole a little bit bigger, but that's quite alright. I kind of rather it go slow so I can make sure to get everything covered. There we go. And there's really no right or wrong way to do this. Some people use regular glue. I'm going to use orange paint to kind of give it more of a fall like. Let's see. We'll give it that there. And there you go. We kind of gotta fill in some gaps here. And now I'll get my hairspray can. See, I'm gonna leave that right there. Give it some hairspray to get it to get the foliage to stick. Like I said, you can just use cheap as possible dollar store stuff. The foliage I got, I think it was like $5 for 3 little bags that I got. Then, like I said, the plants here are free at my house, so take some of this excess, pick it up here, sprinkle it on while it's still a little wet. It'll look better once it's dry. I think on the next one I will thin the paint out just a little bit more so it's not quite as bright. Of course, you're not going to see it as much because it's going to be back here, kind of facing away. So there we go. I just plopped her right down in there by the wagon. It's good to go. One tree down, probably hundreds more to go. This one here, as you can see, I already started. It's already dried up. It's ready to go. Everything I got on the layout to plaster, so I can just plop it right in there. Goes right in through the plaster. Another thing I'll do too, take a hot glue gun, paste it on the bottom, and then once it's dry, you can paint it brown, put a little foliage on it, and it makes it look like a tree trunk if you want a thicker trunk on the bottom. Of course, mine's going to be kind of pretty much covered up, so you're not going to really need a trunk for that detail. That's something more I would keep up front. But yeah, that's basically how I make my HO scale trees. Hello everybody that's just joining. But yeah, that's how I make my trees for my train layout. You can do this in any scale. These, like I said, these little plants here, you can buy them at the store, Hobby Lobby. And like I said, for me, they're free. Just pick them out of the garden. Usually about this time of year, they're dried up. So I can pick them, get them. You can, like I said, make them how you want. And just break them off. There you go. New tree. Another tree. And it works for all scales. You can do it for N scale, S scale, N, even O scale, because you can get some pretty long branches off of these. And a shout out to Laura. Thank you very much for getting on the live stream, checking me out. Remember, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe. I do a lot of modeling stuff live now. I also go with the tracks live as well. And next time you see me, I should have a nice bald head because I'm going to get a nice short haircut for the winter and freeze my bald head off. And you're very welcome, Laura. I love all my fans watching. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all, that's all for now. Probably see me again tomorrow live. So make sure to like and subscribe. Also got a couple more regular train videos coming out. I got a Heritage Unit Chase coming out tomorrow. I got a video coming out in a couple hours. But tomorrow's video will be, it was a double heritage unit. It was the Norfolk Southern 8114 and 8103, the Norfolk Western Heritage Unit, leading 2 SD75 ICN rebuilds in primer paint. So that's pretty cool. It's a little chase I had for it. It'll be out tomorrow, and then I got an A407, A408 meet with a couple ICSD70s pairs on both of those, with a very cool horn on A407. So make sure to check that out this weekend. And like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching, leaving a comment, and liking the videos. I'll catch you all probably tomorrow live.